Of course, another possibility is a hung parliament. Now, two things will happen. One, the Lib Dems start mattering like they've never mattered before. And we'll represent this tonight with our 20-foot-high inflatable Paddy Ashdown, which will inflate or deflate according to how important Mr. Ashdown is at any part of the night. And two, if there is a hung parliament, Britain will be plunged into a period of constitutional faff. So here's a brief overview of those faff mechanics.
The night of the general election and the House of Commons is in turmoil. The Conservatives have collapsed. However, no other party has won an overall majority, and we have a hung parliament. Crucial talks are then held between Labour and the other parties away from the glare of publicity at the bottom of the Thames, with Robin Cook in a wetsuit. 2 days later, Labour's spokesman Frank Dobson emerges with a deal. Labour and Liberal Democrats will govern together, the Labour Party governing each day between 8 AM and 10 PM, and the Lib Dems doing the night shift. This means that Paddy Ashdown will be Prime Minister of the dark.
And independent, which offer separate choices at the ballot box.
Every morning, as the Labour government comes into the office, they'll read a series of memos left by the clocking off Lib Dem administration, telling them what they've been up to. All legislation will be drafted with each party writing alternate lines.
Combat knives will be
paid for with an extra penny on income tax.
And police officers will have the power to stop suspects and
promote constitutional reform.
This partnership may prove unworkable, because if you think about it, it would mean treating Alan Beath seriously. In which case, Labour will have to look elsewhere for a coalition partner. The Unionists won't trust them in Ulster, and the Scottish Nationalists would fear a sellout on devolution. That would leave just one remaining option, a Labour alliance with Sinn Féin. A Labour-Sinn Féin government would have to tread a careful line.
councils that overspend will be
kneecapped.
In all likelihood, this coalition will collapse as well, leaving Britain with a hung parliament. Now, if that occurs, then the balance of power will rest here, with a group of Spanish teenagers in the visitors' gallery who thought they were going to see the crown jewels. The Queen will summon Anna Maria Suarez to Buckingham Palace and ask her and her friends to form an administration. The new government of 13 boy-obsessed Spanish teenagers will rule Britain for 3 years, before eventually splitting over Europe.
Okay, well, that's what might happen. Results so far is exit poll predicting a large Labour majority, and the first result, only one result in so far, predicting safe swing to Labour. Of course, you can't judge everything on just one result, so please don't do that at home. Now then, tonight is D-Day for the opinion pollsters. If they don't get this election right, then serious questions will be asked of a representative cross-section of them. So maybe we ought to start with a few predictions of our own, and that gives me a suitable cue, actually, to introduce our first guests for this evening. We're joined by Andrew Rawnsley of The Observer, Tony Banks, MP, Labour MP for West Ham, so far. We don't know.
Not yet, not yet.
And Joe Brand. So, first reactions then. Are you all... do you think the first result could actually be a rogue?
No, I don't think the first result is a roguemondo. I mean, how's it gone? The Tories have gone. I suppose it's possible the Conservatives could win, but then it's just about possible Elvis Presley could land in a UFO on the head of the Loch Ness Monster. It's possible.
Well, I'm just receiving news that that's happening in Westward North, so I'll keep you posted. Joe?
Well, I think as long as Joe gets into hospital and gets some proper... Oh, no, that's EastEnders, sorry.
They've had a good 6 weeks, haven't they?
They've had a brilliant 6 weeks, yeah. Tories losing deposits all over the place and not in female researchers for a change.
Talking of which, Tony, are you feeling...
Or
are you
male,
feeling
as
frisky?
Tony said. Or male
Tony, are you feeling
researchers.
frisky?
Am I feeling
Frisky.
frisky? Well, I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, so actually I'm feeling shagged out, to be perfectly honest.
And you're not in government yet.
Oh, dear.
And I doubt very
Just
much
as well
that I will be, Andrew, so don't worry about that.
Just as well we sent our whore off then, isn't
No,
it?
I reckon this is a good one. I mean, first of all, don't forget in Sunderland South they weigh the Labour votes there. That's how they get them through so quick. They shovel them in and they weigh them up. But 11% means what? A majority, Andrew? You're an expert, about 100 or so. I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, it means that they can get the IKEA furniture into number 10 straight away.
Okay. All right, well, we've taken some opinions, but of course the papers have been giving their opinions all week. The Sun today there, I mean, we all expect the Sun to come out for Blair. Telegraph went Tory. David, you've got a few of the papers.
A couple more surprising ones. There's a glossy hello came out for Labour there. Hello magazine invites its readers to vote for Tony and Cherry Blair's lovely new party. And perhaps even more surprising, the Argos catalogue came out for Labour. There he is, got a new lawnmower there and everything.
This is good as well. Exchange and Mart have come out as well. If you turn to the DIY section, the editor has put an advert in, and I don't know if you can see this, where it says, Vote Lib Democrat today for a new Britain. Also some chairs. So there you go, that's very nice.
And I was watching the cartoon Pingu this morning, and it came out for the referendum party. And actually, the Sun surprised everyone by doing a turnaround at the start of the campaign, and the Mirror did a turnaround this morning. It came out in favour of the Sun. Look at that. No one was expecting that. But of course, no matter what the polls say, no matter what the results are we're getting, I'm taking no chances tonight because I've got this in. It's my Tory inevitometer. It's basically a swingometer which permanently points to a Tory win. It's set in stone, this. What they do is they get this out at the end of every election programme I've ever seen. So I thought I'd just cut out the middleman and bring it in now.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's probably what the Tories will be saying now. They'll be saying it's just a mid-term blip. You get this any time during a 32-year government. Just...
It's a rogue election, isn't it? It's an absolute rogue election.
So what's going to happen to if the polls go, if the results go the way that we're thinking, what's going to happen to the Tories then?
They're going to have a bloodbath, which will be most enjoyable for everybody else to watch. Some of them will hugely enjoy taking part in it.
Where are they going to hold it?
They're going to need a new leader, and their problem is they won't be able to settle on who, because Michael Heseltine is a bit too old, William Hague is a bit too young, Michael Portillo, enough said, and Michael Howard is just Michael Howard. This is their difficulty. Who knows, they may come back to John Major begging the three of them in a few weeks' time saying, John, you better stay on.
So they might have a hung party with no overall leader.
or a rogue leader. Talking of which, actually, Michael Portillo is actually delighted about the way results are going. He's already started his poster campaign. I don't know if you can see that there. You'll be looking out for those tomorrow. Joe.
Well, when you're talking about people coming out in support of people, I just wonder if Peter Lilly and Michael Portillo are going to come out. That's what I'd like to see.
Is there...
Shall I go to court now?
Well, I can tell you something. I can't tell you anything about that because of legal reasons, but I can tell you... I can tell you Tony Blair, he's been confident all the way through that he's going to win. And in fact, he's been so cocky. Last night, he actually went out on a last night before being Prime Minister stag night.
That's right, yeah.
And we've got the stills here. You can have a look at them. Have we got them?
Yeah.
There we are. There he is with some friends of Peter Mandelson there in the middle. And they've got him, this is Betty Boothroyd, they've got him a Betty Boothroyd-ogram. There she is. There we are. Oh, he loves it when she's hard on him. There he's being sicking up the hooch a bit later. And yes, it's a stag night. It had to happen. Some spin doctors stripped him. I mean, look at that chest. We should have seen more of it. Oh, there he is, just a rosette hiding his party allegiances, and he ended up in a police cell. There, sad thing. And look, that is how confident he is. He's had number 10 tattooed on his thigh.
He's a hairy man, isn't he?
Was that purple thing in the middle of Rosette, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, anyway...
Not a disease.
But actually, I can tell you John Major's feeling a bit depressed at the moment. He's not feeling so cocky.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching my national network of security cameras in my miniaturised area. Do you want to have a look? Yes! John Major. Right, it's election, miniaturised area, bank after bank after bank of a plastic phone to make it look all electoral. So let's snoop on a Prime Minister. Now, we've got some shots of Downing Street this afternoon. There he is. I think he must have had the exit poll, because if we cut inside, he's not very confident of staying there. Now, he's hunched over. I'll explain why now as we see, as he gets up, what he's been up to.
What's that?
It's a dead cat. He's been putting a dead cat under the floorboards. Now, he's got a dead fish. Oh, how disgusting. He's really trying to upset Tony Blair there. Now, here he goes with... There it goes, a dead fish that's going up into the top of the curtains.
He's really thought this through, hasn't he?
This is a man who said, trust me.
Yes, this is the Prime Minister. Now, this is the worst bit. He's putting crumbs on the toilet!
Look at the care.
The devious mind. OK, thanks very much, Peter. OK, let's join Professor Bruce McDade of Banff University for some proper analysis and update. Bruce, what are your computers shouting at us?
I'm very, very, very excited. Tony Blair is holding the election in his hand. He's walking towards a bag. The bag is open. Is it in the bag? No, he hasn't reached it yet.
When? OK, when will he reach that bag?
The bag could be reached at any moment now. If current predictions are, the exit polls are as we expect them to be, then if I were Tony Blair right now, I'd be doing a one-man river dance at Pall Mall.
Right. Good, well, I look forward to seeing that. Thanks very much, Bruce. So you're going to stay around for some of the other results, because we are just talking about one result so far.
One result, it's on a toss and a turn, a toss and a turn, a toss and a turn.
Are you a toss or a turn?
But seriously, no, it is no one should be more... It's in the balance. A sneeze could determine the fate of Britain for the next 5 years. Oh, so everyone stay very still. It's very tense. It's Tom Cruise dangling over a keyboard, and the result is a bead of sweat tickling down his face.
Thank you. I love you.
I like you too.
Peter.
Well, I think BBC's graphics, BBC One's graphics have gone a bit mad this year. We just watched them on the telly. I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen Peter Snow's swing-ometer. I think we've got footage of that here.
Wrong,
there you go.
10 percentage points.
Now, there's something very interesting about this. Because it's coming live from Docklands. In front of 250,000 Peter Snow fans. Ridiculous, isn't it?
Any swing at all.
All very exciting, very, very exciting stuff. But in fact, you can do this sort of thing yourself at home. Throughout the night, as results start to arrive, we'll be showing you how to make your own graphics with the help of DIY expert Handy Andy from BBC Two's Changing Rooms. There he is. Okay. Now, basically, Andy, you've made these from MDF, that's
MDF,
correct, yeah?
The old famous stuff, of course. Bit of panel mould around it as well.
Very useful, isn't it?
Very good stuff.
Now, it's a historical night, you've got plenty of it.
Loads of it.
Right, so this is Labour, Tory, Lib Dem.
And
What's
others.
This one? Others. This is others.
Others. Be optimistic there, I think, yes.
Brilliant, brilliant. OK, so you'll keep us up to date on the results then?
Of course I will.
Brilliant. OK, thank you very much. Cheers.